What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is still Eric, and I know that a lot of you guys have probably seen the videos coming out from Shanghai for the past month or so, really now. Shanghai is all under quarantine. A lot of really horrifying, scary videos of all kinds of stuff, from people not having food to being trapped in their xiaoqu or their building, or even people being beat up and attacked, or their dogs being killed. All kinds of crazy stuff happening in Shanghai. And so with all the news going on, what's happening in Shanghai, I just want to give a little update about what's happening here in Shenzhen. So I got Easy along for the ride with me as usual, and we're just going to cruise around Shenzhen. I'm in Nanshan district, and I do want to say first of all that I apologize if there's too much wind on this little video, because my windsock on my microphone has gone missing. So I'm just going to drive pretty slow. I'm keeping it at a cool 15 kilometers an hour. And we're going to cruise around looking at what's happening in Shenzhen. So I just got to say, first of all, that it's quite a dynamic situation, quite a fluid situation. I'm sure you would understand. China still has the zero COVID policy going on. So when there's COVID cases here in Shenzhen, for example, testing happens a lot more frequently. So like right here is a temporary testing station that is usually up and running every day in the afternoon, and I think in the morning. But actually for the last couple of days it hasn't been up and running, because for the last couple of days we have had 0 cases of coronavirus. But I'm just going to show you how frequently you will see stations for testing for coronavirus. I got a red light, so I'll pause here. Okay, so we just passed one testing site that's usually up and running, like I said, but today is not going on, not happening. And actually yesterday and the day before it hasn't been up and running. So about a week ago, we were still having coronavirus cases every day in Shenzhen, usually like 1 or 2. And for about a week now, we haven't had any. So things have been kind of relaxed, kind of chilled out a little bit since last week or a couple weeks ago. Even though in Shenzhen things are getting really out of hand. Even though in Shanghai things are getting out of hand, sorry. So just across that street over there where I just came from, there was that corona testing site, COVID testing site. Right over here there's another one, so I'll pass by. About a week ago, 2 weeks ago, every single corner, it seemed like, at least in this district, in Nanshan district, was a place for COVID testing. And that's because when we did have COVID cases, a lot of places in town required 24 hours, within 24 hours to have a negative COVID test. And like even to go into that neighborhood right there, you see there's a checkpoint. So here's a coronavirus testing area. You see a nice long line. Luckily for everybody here in Shenzhen, I guess, because there's no coronavirus cases, we don't have to stand in this line every single day anymore. But also, because there's no coronavirus cases, there are less testing places, so the lines are longer. So I haven't tested I'm at 48 hours right now. So pretty much if I want to go to any grocery store, any shopping mall, which I don't, but if I did, any place, pretty much any public place, even parks, they're going to require 48 hours or less to have a negative COVID test. But again, it's very fluid. So like, actually about a week ago, probably 2 weeks ago at this point, there was no COVID cases, maybe even longer than 2 weeks. Anyway, there was no COVID cases, and everywhere needed 48 hours. And then there was 3 in one day, and I didn't even know about that. And I had gone to go get some food at a restaurant I like in a mall, but suddenly it was 24 hours. Within 24 hours, have a negative test instead of 48. So I couldn't go inside that mall. But again, since things are quite fluid, the situation is dynamic. Now it's back to, I think most places currently are 48 hours. I don't know if that's a local government regulation, or just most places, they want to be safe. They don't want COVID cases inside their building and have their building get locked down. So they choose to do it. Some of them I think are 72 hours. So let's go look around some more, see what else we can find. Literally about a week ago, I was almost every single block, every single corner down here would have a place to get a free COVID test. And as long as no COVID cases come back down here, we should have it still pretty relaxed. And as you can see, everybody's going about with their life pretty normal. Everybody has masks on, of course. For the most part, everybody has masks on. But people are going outside, people are going eating, going to restaurants, going to shopping malls. People are going about their daily life. Although it's annoying to have to get a coronavirus test all the time, at least you can go outside. So very, very different from Shanghai. All right, so here at this shopping mall, there used to be a coronavirus testing facility as well. And as you can see, all the tents and the lines and everything are still up. What? He's selling dolls. They're still up over here, like that. You can see that right there. But there's no line because they're not doing testing here anymore. And we're gonna go up ahead. Actually, I think we're gonna, we'll go up ahead and make a right around the block. We'll see if the other testing facility is still there. So I know this is probably not that exciting of a video for most people, except for a nice little cruise around town at golden hour almost, 6 p.m. Saturday. But I just want to show you that we're not all in lockdown. We're not all having a miserable existence right now. Of course, it could come here to Shenzhen where we get locked down again. You might recall my lockdown video from February where we were locked down, and it wasn't quite as bad as Shanghai. The caseload wasn't as heavy, but also the lockdown wasn't as bad, where we could still go outside, at least in our neighborhood. We could still open our doors. Our animals weren't being killed. And so people in Shenzhen are kind of proud of that because, we did have some days with quite a few cases, but it didn't spread. And the people in Shenzhen that I talked to are saying that's because Shenzhen people are the most guai in China. And that's probably not necessarily a good thing. Guai means obedient, follow the rules. So that you can say your dog is guai, but you can also say that the people in Shenzhen are guai. And that's what, I went out to have some drinks with some people and they said, oh, Shenzhen people are guai. If the government says you need to get tested every day or every 2 days, then you do it. Or if the government says that you need to stay inside, you do it, and everybody listens and zero COVID happens. I don't know if that's the case or not. I don't know if Shenzhen people are more guai than any other people. But I do know, at least for now, that we're back to pretty normal. Across the street, hope I don't die. Turn left over here. So I probably should be on the sidewalk, which is where I'm going up now. Because in Shenzhen, if there's not a protected bicycle lane, then you're supposed to be on the sidewalk. Which sucks, because the sidewalks look like this. They're crowded with people. And they're a lot harder to drive around on than the roads. But you can get tickets for driving on the road in your motorbike or your scooter or your bicycle. I think I told you guys before, I did get a ticket before driving on the road. However, when I tried to pay the fine, which was just on WeChat or Alipay, it required a Chinese ID, a Shenzhen, and I couldn't pay it because I don't have one of those. So I never paid that fine, and I hope that I don't have a warrant out for my arrest. That was over a year ago. So I think we're all good. It was only 50 kwai fine, $8 fine. And speaking of ID, I did talk about how you need to have a negative COVID test within 48 hours or 72 hours or 24 hours. It varies, like I said. But most places also require you to scan that QR code that has your COVID results and all your other info to get inside their building. But without a Shenzhen, a Chinese ID, once again, it actually doesn't scan. So I've read on Reddit and stuff, some people are like, oh, I can't get anywhere, I can't go anywhere, I can't go to the mall, I can't go to the grocery store, I can't do anything because my thing doesn't scan and the security guard won't let me in. But really all you gotta do is tell them, say, hey, I don't have an ID. If you can speak any Chinese at all, just say I don't have an ID and it doesn't scan, hey, I can't check in, and the Baoans will let you in because they're not like gonna fight you about it. As long as you have your coronavirus test within the regular, whatever the current regulations for the time are, 48 hours, 72 hours, 24 hours. Okay, so here we go, another coronavirus testing place. Actually, after this, I'm gonna stop here and get my coronavirus test because like I said, I'm at 48 hours. And tomorrow I'm gonna go surfing. Ooh, and speaking of surfing, in Shenzhen, you're still not on the beach. I mentioned a few weeks ago the beaches were closed. They're still closed. Currently, they argue that even though there's no cases in Shenzhen, the beaches are closed because of like stowaways or people floating over from Hong Kong that have coronavirus. So they don't want people swimming, and then I guess somebody from Hong Kong floating up with the swimmers and getting off the beach, and that's the argument anyway. That's what people are saying. That's very annoying, but so it goes. Let's cruise on over here. Oh man. But yeah, I'm gonna go try to surf tomorrow. I have to leave Shenzhen for that, so I'm gonna go to Huizhou. Actually, recently the waves have been really big, and I don't know how to surf. I'm a beginner surfer, so last time I went there, the waves were between 2 and 3 meters. So they were like, 6 feet, 8 feet. Really, really big, and I was getting wiped out every time. I couldn't do it. And tomorrow they're supposed to be about 3 feet. So I should be able to hang. Let's just go one more place and then we'll call it a day. Go get a COVID test. I do hope that we can see an ET7 around, but I doubt it. I've only ever seen, there's a Neo right there, but not ET7. I've seen 2 so far, besides the test drive vehicles. The one I saw in this neighborhood was actually up this road. So we're gonna go look to see, maybe he's driving around again with his new car. And the other one I saw was in a whole different neighborhood. So probably won't see any. I don't think many have been delivered to Shenzhen just yet. Oh, look at that dog. Okay. Oh, this place is really busy. I went there one time, wasn't very good. Taiwan snacks. The good thing about the ET7, if we're looking for an ET7, is it's very unique with the horns on top. And so they're easy to spot when you do see them coming. I know a lot of people don't like those horns, and I don't know if I like them or not, but they do make the car stand out. Oh, cute kid. Hello. All right. So we're gonna go one more place. There should be one other coronavirus testing facility over here, so you'll see how long the line is. And I'll also show you the best hamburger in Shenzhen. Lucky for me, it's not too far from my house. I mean, I'll just show you the shop. I won't show you the actual hamburger because I'm not gonna eat it. I'm on a diet. Oh, there's the hamburger shop. It's called Monster. Right there is Monster. Very good hamburgers. They got a Mexican burger with jalapeno. It's pretty good. And tortilla chips. And a Hawaiian burger with pineapple. It's pretty good. And just a regular bacon cheese is not bad. All right, so here's one more COVID testing site. So these are all free, even for foreigners, free for everyone. And pretty long line here. Not too bad. This kind of line probably take about 15-20 minutes to get through. So yeah, I'm not saying that life's back to normal or anything like that, because you still got to do testing all the time. But for now, currently, Shenzhen's okay. We're all right. And I hope it stays that way because I'm really sick of coronavirus stuff. I still don't even think I've had it yet. I mean, I don't know. I've definitely been vaccinated for it more than enough. But yeah, that's how life is in Shenzhen. And I really feel for the people out in Shanghai. My heart goes out to them. Some of those people are on 40 plus days of lockdown. So if you're in Shanghai and you're in lockdown, I really hope it gets better for you. I hope you get out of it. And really that's all I've got to say, I guess. So if you enjoyed this cruise around Shenzhen with me, then just give it a thumbs up. And of course you can subscribe if you'd like, or you could not. You can always give me money if you like. There's plenty of ways to do that down on the bottom. And please stay safe wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Easy also says goodbye. So bye-bye.